if you are opening a very big file, an application log file, and the error has happened only in the last few minutes, then it's better to run a tail command.
Hello friends, welcome to ITK Funde, your own channel where we make IT interesting for everyone. So after my video on basic Windows networking commands, a lot of you requested me to make a similar video on Linux. I thought a lot and I came up with these 20 basic Linux commands which everyone should know, and with these basic commands anyone could log into Linux and start navigating and start doing basic operations on Linux platform. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Let me share an interesting story with you. 8 years back, when I was going for my first on-site engagement in 2013, I was put on a role of a BI administrator, and I was asked to manage a cluster which was all deployed on Linux. I had zero idea about how Linux works. I was so frightened just by seeing that black screen because I was all working on Windows. But trust me guys, when I started working on Linux, and by no means I can say today after working so much on Linux that I know a lot, but whatever experience I have gained so far, I am pretty sure that once you start understanding how Linux works and how efficient it is, you just fall in love with this platform. So I'm pretty sure that now with you going on to your cloud journey in GCP or in any other platform, working on Kubernetes, everywhere you would find Linux expertise as a mandatory skill set. So I'm pretty sure these 20 commands would help you kickstart your journey. What we'll do today, we'll go to my laptop and we'll create a VM instance on GCP, and then we'll take control of that VM instance, log into a Linux shell and try to run whichever command we want to. So the first command is df. Now don't take it in any sequence, it just came to my mind and I have written it down, so don't take it in this sequence or any priority as such. But the first command which I have written is df, which is disk free. It is like going to your Windows laptop and going to my computer, seeing what all disks you have, how much space you have in that. Similarly, when you run df, you see all the mount points on Linux, what kind of space utilization it has. So this is df command. Top is like going to your Windows task manager and seeing all the processes whichever is running. Similarly, top command helps you do that on Linux. CD is change directory. When you want to go from one directory to another, you use CD. mkdir, very self-explanatory, it is making a new directory. Touch is used when you want to create an empty file. You can run the touch command and create it. RM is remove. Whenever you want to remove a file or remove a directory, then you use RM command. You need to use -r switch if you want to do it recursively for entire directory. So all these commands will have various switches, and for all those switches you need to go and understand it through the help manual which you get in Linux. I think I should tell you that command first, and that command is man command, which stands for manual. So if you use man and you add any other command in front of it, it will give you all the usage, all the switches which you can use for that command. So coming back to mv is move. If you want to move file from one place to another, you use mv command. Cat is about opening a file and reading the content of that file. So if you have a file, you want to read it, you will issue a cat command for that. Chown, it changes the ownership of a file. So suppose a file is being owned by me, if that has to be, that ownership might need to be changed to a person in my team, then chown can be used for that. Ls, very common, listing all the files in a directory. You want to issue a list command. Grep will help you find specific contents in a file. So suppose if you have a log file, you are trying to troubleshoot an issue and you want to identify specific error messages, if you can get those in that particular file, so you can run grep command for that. Du, again, disk usage. So it is also a mechanism to see how much disk space and disk usage you have. So suppose if you have a directory and you have multiple subdirectories, if you issue a du command, it will tell you that which particular subdirectory is utilizing how much space. Very useful command. Tail command, when you run it through on a file, as you know, tail denotes the bottom. So it tells you all the data from the bottom. So if you say run a command tail -10 and the file name, it will show you all the last 10 lines of that particular file. Kill, very important, guys, very important. As an administrator, you would use it quite a lot for killing a process. Suppose some thread is in hung state, how you would kill it? Like you go into task manager in Windows and kill the thread. Similarly, you kill a process using this command. Sudo is super user. So whenever you want to run a command with super user or root privileges, you run it through sudo. Ch mode is change mode. This is, suppose if there is a file and that file has to be accessed only in a specific manner, then there is this ch mode. There are different codes which you give in front of this to tell Linux that okay, I want this file to be used in a certain way only. So it could be that it cannot be executed, it could only be read, no one could write to that particular file. All those kind of access you can manage from ch mode. Who am I? If you want to log in, you want to understand with which user you have logged in, then you will use run who am I. Tar is again a very important command to run when you want to zip or unzip files on Linux. And diff, again a very good command for programmers. Suppose if you have two different files and two different codes, you want to compare the differences between the two, you can run the diff command with the files, with both the files, and it will display you the differences. One command which I think I have missed is pwd, which is present working directory. So when you log in and you want to know in which directory you are presently in, you can issue pwd. So now these are some basic commands. I think when you are working on Linux, you will use most of these commands day in and day out. So let me go to my screen and try to show you whatever commands I can with a GCP Linux VM instance.
So friends, we are now on my Google Cloud Console. So we'll first create a Linux VM instance. So we'll go to compute. So as you can see, I've already created a VM instance, but for our understanding, let's create a new one. So I've clicked on create instance. Okay, so I'll just name it basic Linux. And by default we have a Debian flavor of Linux 10, and I think this should suffice our requirement for this video. So I'll just go ahead and I'll create with all the default settings. So now it is spinning up a new Linux instance, and we should see a green tick box as soon as it is ready to be used. So I will now click on SSH to take the control on the VM instance. So we'll enter into the shell of this Linux VM, and then we'll run our commands. Alright, so you can see that we have now logged into this Linux instance. So I will not be able to run all the commands in one particular sequence. I'll just randomly run through whatever comes to my mind, and you can correlate it with the first half of the video. So right now I'm logged in. So first thing which I would want to do is understand who am I. And one thing is, all these commands are case sensitive. So this tells me the user with which I am logged in. Now I will also see where I am right now. So I will see the present working directory. So it is my home. So whenever you log into your home. Now I would want to see what all mount points I have. So I will run df-h. H gives us it in human readable form. So this is how our mount points are looking, and it shows how much available space we have, how much is being used. So yes, this is df. I can also now run a top, and I could see what all processes are running. So as you can see, all these process and process IDs are running and under which user. So suppose if I want to see what processes are running only under my name, this username. So I will run this user ID. So I will run it as top-u reads vxi 2012, and this will now only show me all the threads which are running under this user. It is very useful when you are administering the any particular application and you must have any default user with which that application is running. So you can use this command to see what all processes are running under that user. Now I'll do a list. So let me, and one good command, a bonus command is clear. So when you write clear, it clears the screen. So that's one command. Okay, now let me see whatever is there in this directory. So let me do a ls, which is list, but there is nothing in this particular directory, home directory of mine. So I will create a new directory, mkdir. I will create itk funde directory. Now I should have access, yes. So under itk funde, so now if I have to go into itk funde, I will use cd. I want to change the directory, so I will type cd itk funde. I will create another directory, YouTube. Okay, so now I will go into YouTube. One trick is whenever you are typing anything, you can hit a tab button to auto complete it. Linux auto completes the rest of the words for you. So now there is nothing, but if you now type pwd, you will see that we have come so far in the hierarchy. Now we can we can try to create a file. Okay, so I will use touch gcp.txt. Now if I do list, it should show me that yes, there is a file which is gcp.txt. Now I will use cat command to see if this has any data. Obviously it is not, but running cat shows that okay, it has no data. Now we can quickly run and enter some data into this, but yes, I have not told you how to use vi editor or nano editor, but I'll quickly show you. So it's a vi gcp.txt. Don't worry, this maybe we'll cover sometime in future. So I'll just type random. Okay, so I have entered some random thing, and now I will save it. Don't worry about this. This is a vi editor to manage the file, but we'll cover it maybe in a different video. So I have saved it now, and now if I run the cat command, now it is showing me the data. Okay, now I could also run the tail command, tail hyphen 2 gcp.txt. It will now show, it should now show only the last two lines of this file. So this is also very big, because suppose if you are opening a very big file, an application log file, and the error has happened only in the last few minutes, then it's better to run a tail command and open the file from the bottom. So this is gcp.txt. Now I can rename or remove this file. I can remove this file, but let me do one thing. I'll copy this file using copy command. Okay, and I would copy it with the name gcp_new dot txt. So now I have gcp_new because I have copied the data there, and now I can use rm command to remove the old file. Now we only have gcp_new. Okay, now if you want to see this, so we have used all the basic commands so far. Now let's see what else we can use. So let me show you cd. Now again I will show you how cd is used. So when you see use cd dot dot, you can go one level up in your whole directory. So I have moved from YouTube directory to itk Funde directory, and then I can, if I do cd backslash, then forward slash, then I will directly go to my root directory. Okay, I would directly gotten into my root directory. Now if I do a ls here, there are all the different folders and all the different files here, okay, which I will not be able to access, maybe because these files are maybe I will not have the privileges to run these files. So let me go to the directory which we created, and I will create a file, touch secret dot text. Now I have this file secret.txt. I want to see what permissions are there for this. So I will run ls list ls-lart. So all these are switches. You can understand A shows the hidden files, L is listing, R is like shows you in reverse order. All those kind of T shows you with the timestamp. So you can learn those with man command. Okay, so let me quickly run a man command. So if I run man ls, it gives you all the all the information for whichever command you want to learn. Okay, so always keep that in mind. So now I have secret.txt, and you can see that it is owned by ritzvxi, my user, and it has read write and read privileges. So I could restrict this. I could completely restrict this with different modes, or maybe I can I can make it accessible to anybody. So this ch mode lets you to change the viewership or the accessibility of this file. So I can run ch mode 777 secret dot txt, and now if you see, the permissions might have changed. See, now it is shown in green because now it is read write execute for anybody. Okay, now I'm not recommending this, but this is the way ch mode works. Now one another thing is, if you click on the up arrow of your keyboard, you can go and navigate to your different previous commands which you are using. If I do a ch mode 555, okay, now if you open it, now you see the permissions are now changed. Okay, now I can also run a mode which is 655, or maybe let me show you 600. So only me, I can read it, but no one else can read it. Okay, now I can also see that, okay, this is a very important file, and you might have to change the ownership of this file, so you can change it. So you can do ch own. So you want to change the ownership of this file to root, so you can do root, and then you can write the file name. So now you can see that operation is not permitted because I cannot do change the ownership being a normal user. So I want to use sudo. Now sudo will give me the root level privileges, and now if I want, I can try to change this ownership to root. So it will move the ownership of this file from ritzvxi 2012 to root. So if I have to run it, now you can see this file is owned by the root user, and only that particular user can read and write this file. So if I try to, let me try to open this file now under my name, you can see at the end you see permission denied. So this permission denied shows that we cannot read or open this file because the permissions have changed. Now let me try to use a top command once again, and with this top command let me just see whatever is running from my ID. So let me see whatever is running from my user ID. Now I can kill any of the processes which are running. So I can kill this particular man process. So what is the PID of this? The PID of this is 649. If you see, 649 is the PID. So what I can do, I can issue a kill command. So I can do kill -9, which is again to kill all the sub threads also, and then I can enter the process ID, so which is 649. So now if I do a top -u, I should not see the man command here because I have killed it. I am giving you a very basic demo. There are various advanced switches which can be used in these commands, okay, which you will learn as you will grow in experience. Now I have told you pretty much everything. Let's see how we can use grep. Okay, so let's go here under YouTube, and I think there is this gcp new.txt, and suppose if we want to see whether any particular file, any particular line in this in this file has dots. Okay, suppose we want to try it. So I'll do gcp underscore new dot txt, and then there is this pipe command which can help us pipe two different commands. So I will do a grep here with this pipe command, and I will try to find maybe r. See, so now what it has done, it has shown us that okay, which particular line has this. Now if I type, I only want to find the lines ending with kgn, or all the lines which has this kgn. See, only one line has come up. So suppose you are reading a log file, this is the way you can navigate. And if I do du here, okay, so these are in kbs and it is very small a size, but as you can see, it can show you all the all the files and directories and the size of it. So if I do this, it's 52k overall size. Okay, now I could also say that okay, I want everything under itk funde, so it is showing me the size of itk funde directory. So this is disk usage. So yeah, I've kind of given you all the basic commands and the demo of it. There are couple of commands which you can try on your own, like diff to compare two files, and I think apart from that, I don't think I have
So friends,
missed
that
out
was
on
a
any.
quick demo of all these basic Linux commands. I hope it will help you get started on Linux. If you like this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you know when I upload my next video. Also let me know your comments, your feedbacks, your suggestions for me to improve. And yes, until next time, please keep learning, keep growing, and yes, keep hustling. Bye for now.